Hello student, welcome to Standard 9th History and Political Science. Students, we are studying chapter 4th, Economic Development Part 2. In the previous lecture, we have seen that independent India had adopted mixed economy. So, capitalist economy, socialist economy were mixed together and a new form was created, that is mixed economy. In that public sector, the industries are owned and managed by government, are considered as mixed economy. The in the in the public sector, production of defense equipment and heavy industries are managed by government. This is called public sector. Then private sector, the industries are owned by private entrepreneurs, and the joint sector, some industries are owned by private and some are owned by the public sector. In this way we have studied the mixed economy. Now in this part we are going to study the 5 years plan. The colonial power had exploited India economically. The country faced several problems like poverty, unemployment, population growth, low standard of living, low productivity of agriculture and industries, and backwardness in the fields of knowledge, science and technology. Planning was essential to solve all these problems. Therefore, 5 years planning was adopted. India established the Planning Commission in 1950 with Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru as its chairman. It formulated India's 5 years plan that included rural and agriculture development, balanced industrialization, provision for a maximum standard of living and economic development consistent with democratic ideas. It focused on people's participation and individual development in the formulation and implementation of the 5 years plan. So in this way the 5 years plan economic development was given more priority. So let us see the fundamental principle of 5 years plan. A general principle of planning is the proportionate distribution of resources of a country and the appropriate use of the human resources to fulfill the need of the people. So distribution of resources has to be in proportion, and the appropriate use of the human resources. We have plenty of human resources. Our population now at present is 135 crores. So these are our human resources. These human resources we have to utilize properly, and therefore Planning Commission, the fundamental principle of Planning Commission was this. So let us see which goals has to be achieved through this Planning Commission. So the first goal is increase in the national income. The nation's national income has to be increased. Number 2, bringing about rapid industrialization by focusing on the basic industries. So industrialization has to grow, has to be spread in India. The third goal is bring about an increase in agriculture production so that the country becomes self-sufficient in food grain production. Number 4, use the human resources in the country optimally by making increasing employment opportunities available. So give opportunity to the employment to the people, so that these resources are used optimally. Number 5, remove the inequality of earnings and wealth. So, large number of wealth is owned by very few people, and vast population has very less wealth. So, this inequality has to be wiped out. Number 6, maintain stable prices of commodities. So commodity prices should not grow very high, so to control it. Number 7, bring the growth of population under control by family planning. So as I said that India's population is 135 crore, and it is still growing. China is number one in the world in population. So highest population of China at present, okay, it has 160 crores population. Number 2 is 135 crore India, but China's territory is vast, India's territory is limited, and therefore we have to maintain the population, we have to control the population. So bring the growth of population under control by family planning. Number 8, improve the standard of living by eradicating poverty. So we have to eradicate, we have to destroy, we have to come over the poverty. Number 9, develop social services. And number 10, make the economy self-sufficient. So produce maximum production so that economy becomes self-sufficient. These were the goals of the 5 years plan. So let us study the first 5 years plan, 1951 to 1956. The expenditure in this plan was primarily on agriculture, social development, irrigation and flood control, sources of energy, rural and small scale industry, heavy industries and minerals, transport and communication, education and health. So all these fields were given priority, and in this first 5 years plan all these fields were developed. This plan consists of measures to lay the foundation of planned economic development. So by starting and encouraging these industries, government had laid a strong foundation in the first 5 years plan. So this was started in 1951 to 1956. Let us see the second 5 years plan, 1956 to 1961. This plan had ambitious goals of industrialization. So first 5 years plan, mainly agriculture products was the main task over there. Now here in this way the industrialization was given more priority. Iron and steel industries at Durgapur, Bhilai and Rourkela, chemical fertilizer plants at Sendri, rail engine factory at Chittaranjan, factory of railway bogies at Perambur, shipbuilding factory at Visakhapatnam, and other heavy industries were set up in the public sector. So all these huge industries which requires huge capitals were established in India at different places. Then huge dams like Bhakra and Nangal dams are built on river Satluj in Punjab and Haryana. Damodar dam is built on river Damodar at Odisha, were built to make water available for irrigation. So main purpose was irrigation. It led to increase in the national income. So all different heavy industries were established during this plan. You can see the Bhilai steel plant over here, and many Bhilai plant and many other plants were built in different places. So Durgapur and Rourkela, chemical fertilizer plants at Sendri, railway engines, Chittaranjan and Perambur, shipbuilding at Vishakhapatnam. In this way, my dear student, heavy industries were given priority in the second 5 years plan. Now we have studied 5 years plan, and first and second 5 years plan we have studied. In the next part we will continue to study the third 5 years plan. So till then, goodbye and have a nice time.